Hi, welcome to this class, Listening Skills First. My name is Daira Consuegra, and I'm going to be your professor for this beautiful subject. Now, let's start with the welcome words. The road of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. Welcome each of you to this wonderful course on Listening Skills First. Dream even if the dream seems impossible. Fight even if the enemy seems invisible. Endure the pain even if it's unbearable. Wrong where the brave dare not to go. Transform evil into good, even if it requires walking 1,000 miles. Love the pure and innocent, even if it's non-existent. Resist even when the body can no longer endure. And in the end, you will reach that star, even if it seems unattainable. First, we're going to discuss the dosage and organization of the subject. In the curricular unit, we have 5 units. The first unit name is the listening process, active listening. The duration is 1 week with theoretical and practical work of 16 hours and a total work time of 16 hours. The curricular unit number 2 is how to improve your listening skill. 12 simple tips to improve your listening comprehension. This will last 2 weeks, 16 hours of work, and 32 hours of work time as a total amount. The third unit name is differences between British and American English, the Southern American accent. This would last 1 week with 16 hours of work and a total amount of 16 hours. The fourth curricular unit is the Bostonian accent, the New Yorker accent, with 2 weeks of work and 16 hours of practical and theoretical work and 32 hours of total work time. And the last one is called Californian English, Hawaiian English, which will last 2 weeks, 16 hours of work, and a total amount of 32 hours of work. At the end, you will have 128 hours of estimated theoretical practical work. Okay. Now we have the evaluation guideline. This is very important because in here, you know how you're going to be evaluated. First, there is the student evaluation, which is worth 5%. Hetero evaluation, 5%. Curricular unit number 1, 20%. Curricular unit number 2, 15%. Curricular unit 3, 20%. Curricular unit 4, 15%. And curricular unit 5, 20%, which makes a total of 100%, including rubrics and evaluation criteria for all the assignments, the auto-evaluation, the hetero-evaluation, and the final grade. So it's important that you develop all these curricular units based on the rubrics and evaluation criteria in order to get all the percentage that you need for your final grade. Here you see the auto-evaluation form and the self-assessment form. That is very important for you to fill because that way you can validate what you thought about my work as a professor, and also you're going to get your work as a student. And here we have the attitudinal self-assessment form, in which we give each student a % of the total of the class in order to see if you progress or you develop all the assignments in the platform, and also you attended all the virtual classes. The instructions for this class are, the first thing that you should do is locate yourself in a comfortable place without noise and any kind of distractions. When you are distracted, you cannot pay attention to what you are really looking into. That is finding a way to learn the importance of listening skills. Then you have to read the objectives carefully, and they will help you understand what you want to learn. And to make it easy, you need to follow the subject the way it is divided. It's called modules, because that way you are going to work little by little, not all at once. And the most important thing, do not skip tasks, because if you skip something, you probably won't have the follow-up of the next class. So you have to complete each of them in the given order. The listening process, active listening, is the module number 1, which is worth 20%. The learning objectives are to identify the stages of the listening process to improve your verbal communication and recognize and apply correctly the active listening technique to foster understanding. We're going to have a forum of 5%, a mind map of 8%, and a test which is worth 7%. The calendar of activities in Unit 1 are complete all the assignments included in this module, in which you will have summative and formative activities. Then on module number 2, you're going to have how to improve your listening skills, 12 simple tips to improve your listening comprehension. This is worth 15%. You are going to have the following objectives. Identify the steps to effectively improve your listening skill and recognize and put into practice some tips to improve your listening comprehension. The reference material here, you're going to have videos and reading. Video related to the material that I talked about before, in which you're going to improve your listening comprehension. First, how to improve your listening skills, how to practice English listening skills, and the reading tips to improve your listening comprehension and how to improve your listening skills. The activities will you have a forum, which is 4%, a research project, 5%, and a test, which is 6%. The calendar of activities, you're going to develop this in 2 weeks, week 2 and week 3. You're going to complete the activities and watch the videos. And then at the end, you're going to complete all the assignments of the module because 2 weeks will be for this topic. Then we have module 3, which is the differences between British and American English, the Southern and American accent. You're going to identify the differences between both English, British and American, and probably you're going to recognize which English you want to follow. And you're going to recognize the features of the Southern American accent, knowing that we are not native, but you can try to have good accent or good pronunciation just like they have it. In the reference material, we have the reading number 1, which are the difference between British and American English. Reading number 2, the Southern American accent, and we have videos about the British versus American English and the real Texas accent. To follow these activities, well, you have week 4 to complete all the assignments included, summative and formative activities. The second, the fourth topic is the Bostonian accent. The Bostonian accent, in which you're going to talk about the New York accent. It's called, the New York accent because you're going to compare Bostonian and the New Yorker accent. This module is worth 15%. Here you're going to distinguish the characteristics of the Bostonian accent, and you're going to identify features of the New Yorker accent. You're going to have videos like city versus the Boston accent, speak with a New York accent, and the reading the Bostonian accent, and the reading number 2, the New York accent. In here, you're going to have 4% of forum, 5% of PowerPoint presentation, and 6% worth the test. And then we have the module 5, which is Californian English, Hawaiian English, 20%. And here you're going to distinguish the characteristics of the Californian English and identify the main features of the Hawaiian English. In here we have a total of 5% for the forum, 8% for the summary, and 7% for the test. How are you going to develop this? Well, following in week 7, the reading activities and watching the provided videos. And on week 8, you're going to complete all the assignments included in the module. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope that we have a great time together in this beautiful subject. See you in class. Bye-bye.